Hi everyone, I am Denise Kripper, Spanish-English literary translator and translation editor at Latin American Literature Today. I am very happy to be here introducing Argentine author Adriana Riva. She has an extensive career as a journalist and as a writer of children's literature and fiction. Her English language debut was with my translation of her short story Pink Peppercorn from her collection Angst, which was recently published by Columbia Journal, and I will be linking that in the video description. She also has a new poetry collection called Ahora, sabemos, esto, forthcoming in March with Rosa Iceberg Press. Today, I will be reading from my translation of Adriana Riva's first novel, La Sal, or Salt, published in 2019 by Odelia Editoras. It's an intimate story of a dysfunctional mother-daughter relationship. The protagonist, Emma, fell from the roof of her grandparents' summer house when she was a child. Her mother watched her fall and did nothing to save her. Ever since this accident, which left Emma paralyzed for months, she has been distressed about the bond with her mother. Who is Emma's mother, really? As an adult and reluctantly pregnant with her second child, she embarks on a journey to her mother's provincial hometown looking for answers. Adriana will start us off with the opening paragraphs of the novel in Spanish, and then I will be reading from my version in English. The translation is still in progress and looking for a good home. Thank you. Adriana?
Hi, everyone. De diciembre a marzo veraneábamos en Mar del Plata, en la casona de piedra de mis abuelos paternos, que tenía un techo de tejas musgosas. En lo más alto, la veleta de un Papá Noel en trineo nos protegía de las desgracias. Llevaba años oxidada, apuntando hacia el este de manera caprichosa. Mi hermana Julia y yo éramos las encargadas de decorar la casa para Navidad. Al costado de la chimenea armábamos el arbolito, un mamarracho de brazos plegables que, de tan escuálido, parecía uno de esos álamos desabridos de la precordillera. Lo reanimábamos con una colección estrafalaria de adornos, bolas de distintos colores y tamaños, un angelito con un solo ojo, una estrella de David áspera y fucsia, un cachorro adentro de una bota roja. El toque final se lo dábamos con una lluvia de guirnaldas y algodón. El algodón era clave, daba la ilusión de vivir rodeadas de blanco, un manto de felicidad.
From December to March, we spent our summers in the seaside city of Mar del Plata, in a big stone house that belonged to my paternal grandparents. Atop the mossy tiled roof, a Santa's light weather vane protected us from misfortune. It had been rusty for years, arbitrarily pointing east. My sister Julia and I were always in charge of decorating the house for Christmas. We set up the tree next to the fireplace. It was a plastic eyesore, so scrawny it looked like one of those unremarkable poplars in the foothills. We spruced it up with an eclectic collection of ornaments, balls of different colors and sizes, a little one-eyed angel, a bright pink beat-up Star of David, and a puppy inside a red stocking. The final touch was showering it with garlands and cotton balls. The cotton was key. It gave the illusion of being swaddled in snowy white, a cloak of happiness. Next, we set up the manger inside the fireplace. The figures of Mary and Joseph belonged to the same set, but baby Jesus was larger than both his parents put together. There were also two Balthasars among the three wise men. No one ever noticed. Everyone looked at our collection and saw a manger. There was a general attention deficit at home. Finally, we took the Christmas cards that came every year around the holidays and taped them up on display. Most of them bore only the uninspiring signature of some manager, one of Dad's colleagues, but collectively they gave the impression of something important. Mom didn't help us at all. Totally oblivious to tradition. Instead of buying the customary turkey or vitel toné for our Christmas Eve dinner, she bought ham and cheese ravioli. 2 days before a sticky hot Christmas, when we were about to start taping the holiday greeting cards around the door frames, fireplace, and stairs, Julia announced she wasn't into it anymore. She was 13, 2 years older than me. She dropped the tape and disappeared down the hall. We had a communication problem, my sister and I. We used to pull each other's hair, scratch, and spit at each other. We hated each other for days on end. When I yelled for her to come back, she couldn't even be bothered to answer. So I took the tape, and after putting all the cards up, still annoyed by her insolence, I decided to surprise everyone with something special. Used 2 leftover shiny garlands to decorate the slight weather vane. I took the decorations and walked out the garage, where there was always a ladder leaning against the wall. I started to climb. The hydrangeas surrounding the house shrank below me. With the wind, I thought the garlands would turn the weather vane into a shooting star. I looked down the deserted street. There was only one car parked in the whole block. It was my mother's. The driver's window was open and her elbow was poking out. I kept on climbing. Behind the neighbor's hedge, a black lab was sleeping on the grass. Outside the house across the street, a man in a mussel shirt was skimming the pool. Our roof was a lot higher than the others, but I wasn't afraid. I was excited about the change of perspective, pretending I was a giraffe. When I got to the top, I took a deep breath, and with the back of my hand, I pushed my sweaty hair out of my face. A stench of sea lion in the wind made me scrunch up my nose, and all of a sudden, the ladder started pulling away from the wall. I clung to the sides in fear, but realized too late that I was already falling backward. I let go and jumped, thinking I was closer to the ground than I was. I turned in midair and my whole body smacked against the flagstones around the house. Later, they told me it was a 10 to 15 foot fall. The last thing I remember is the pale straight cloud in the sky, and far below, a fleeting look at my mother's face inside the car, her jaw dropped, watching me. An image ever since I tried in vain to process. "Don't move, Emma, please don't move," my mom told me when I came to, lying face up on the hard bed without a pillow. I had been rushed by ambulance to a hospital in Buenos Aires. "What happened?" I asked, my mouth dry. When I tried to turn my head to see where we were, I felt a jolt so intense that before losing consciousness for the second time, I saw tiny stars flickering around me, like in the cartoons. All right, thank you so much for being here, Adriana. Thank you, Jill, for hosting.
And thank you everyone for watching.